Hey, so this is just going to be a random tag video just because I felt like doing one. The most popular one right now seems to be the Would You Rather Beauty Edition and Fashion Edition tag, but those questions seem kind of boring to me and I don't like watching them, so I don't want to make a video that I wouldn't want to see myself. So I did a search for makeup tags on YouTube and I came across one on Miss Glamorazzi's channel that I liked, and it's just called the 25 random questions tag. And so if you see me looking over to the side, that's what I'm looking at, the list of questions. And that's where I'm stealing it from her channel. So anyways, let me go ahead and get into it. The first question is, do you have any pets? No, I don't have any pets. My parents have 2 dogs, but I don't have any pets of my own. I used to have a betta fish like 2 years ago, but it died, so no, I don't have any pets. Name 3 things that are physically close to you right now. My BlackBerry, my iPod Touch, and my laptop. What's the weather like right now? It's like 8:30 p.m. In Florida, so it's probably about 85 degrees outside and humid. Um, Do you drive? Yes, I do. If so, have you crashed? No, not yet. Knock on wood. Um, what time did you wake up this morning? I think right before noon because I stayed up late. I probably went to bed around 5 a.m. So, yeah, my whole sleeping cycle is completely off. When was the last time you showered? This afternoon. What was the last movie you saw? I actually saw Inception a couple days ago, because I feel as if everybody had seen it except for me. So I went to see it and I liked it, but I think it's a little bit overrated. It reminded me a lot of Revolutionary Road, actually, because they always seem to put Leonardo with a like crazy wife who needs medication. So it made me think of Revolutionary Road a lot, but just not as good. So if you haven't seen Revolutionary Road, I would really recommend that movie because it was really good. Um, what does your last text message say? See, actually, the last message I have on my phone is a Twitter update because I follow Sticky Lip Gloss on Twitter, and yeah, but that's not an actual text message to me. So my last actual text message was from one of my friends, and it just says, apparently that is what you have to do to stay sane, and basically that's just in reference to this bad experience she had on the metro today. So, yeah, but that's the whole long story, and I don't have time to get into that. Number 9, what's your ringtone? I have a different ringtone on my phone for different people. So, my just default ringtone for like any unknown numbers that call me is Empire State of Mind, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. I love that song. Um, have you ever been to a different country? Unfortunately, I haven't, but that is like my number one thing to do, or that's on my to-do list. I have all these places I want to go, so hopefully before I die, I will get to see all of these places that I want to see. Do you like sushi? It's okay. It's not my favorite food. I mean, I could do without it, but if everybody else wants to eat sushi, I'm fine with going and eating sushi. Um, yeah, I don't have any favorites really, because it all tastes about the same to me. Um, where do you buy your groceries? Publix, best grocery store ever. Other than maybe Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, I like those too, but yeah, I go to Publix because that is what's around here. Have you ever taken medication to fall asleep? No, I haven't, because that's one thing I definitely don't have a problem with. I have issues with waking up, but falling asleep, I have that under control. Not a problem. Um, actually, as far as waking up, I used to have when I had to get up for class, I used to have 3 alarm clocks, and I had them set at like 10-minute intervals because if I would, hit snooze on one, then the other one would go off later, and then I would just have this whole like symphony of alarms going off, and yeah, so it's really hard for me to wake up, but Sleeping is definitely not a problem for me. Number 14, how many siblings do you have? I have one sister. Do you have a desktop computer or a laptop? I have one laptop and one desktop computer. How old will you be turning on your next birthday? Unfortunately, I'll be turning 27, which sounds so old, but yeah. So almost 30, but yeah, I'll be turning 27. So yikes. Do you wear contacts or glasses? I wear both. Right now, I'm wearing contacts, and they're just like the clear ones. They're not colored at all. So this is, my actual eye color. Do you color your hair? No, I haven't colored my hair since maybe high school. I used to get highlights, but I haven't in almost 10 years. And the ones that I got were semi-permanent, so they're long gone. So this is my actual hair color. But when I used to get highlights, they were like a very light brown. And they were just, small streaks, not like the skunk look, but just little highlights, dispersed all throughout my hair. Let's see. Tell me something you're planning to do today. I want to finish reading this magazine actually because I've had it for a couple of weeks. It's just a college football preview for 2010 because I'm really into college football. So if you haven't seen that on my channel page or maybe one of my vlogs that I've done earlier, yeah, I'm really into college football, so I'm getting excited since it's late July, early August right now. So like in about 30 days there'll be football games on, so I'm excited. Uh when was the last time you cried? I honestly don't remember, but I cry pretty often, so probably last week. I'm sure I cried last week about something, but I don't remember what it was. What is your perfect pizza topping? Normally I just get pepperoni, but I always pick the pepperonis off, but I like the flavor that's left by the pepperoni. So I order it with pepperoni just because I want the flavor, but then I take the pepperonis off and then I just eat it with the cheese. Um, the cheese, and then I put Parmesan cheese on top of it, and then I put crushed red pepper. And sometimes I'll order, like if I want like a little bit of a spicy hint to it, I'll get green peppers and pepperoni on top, and then pick the green peppers off, pick the pepperoni off, and then put grated Parmesan cheese on top and crushed red peppers on top, and then that's the way I love my pizza. So kind of crazy, but it tastes really good like that. Which do you prefer? Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, all the way. I never order cheeseburgers. Have you ever had an all-nighter? I don't think it's possible to get through college without having an all-nighter at some point. I think I've had an all-nighter before every exam I ever had in college. What is your eye color? It's just really dark brown. Like I said before, I'm wearing contacts, but they're clear. So, I mean, to me, they're so dark that they almost look black. So I wish they were a lighter shade of brown, so that my pupil didn't blend in to the iris. But it is what it is. Can you taste the difference between Pepsi and Coke? Yes, I can taste the difference between Pepsi and Coke. I really don't drink either one. If those are my only two options, I'm gonna pick Pepsi over Coke because I think Pepsi's sweeter. Um, but I will drink Pepsi if I have grenadine because that makes it kind of like a cherry flavored Pepsi, so that's really good. Um, and actually, Coke, I can stand to drink Coke if I have grenadine to put in it to give it that sweet flavor. But yeah, if I don't have grenadine, I'm probably not gonna order Pepsi or Coke. And those are all 25 of the questions. So if you want to do this tag, feel free. Again, I wasn't tagged. I just did a search and I found this and liked the questions. So um, feel free to leave any comments below. And as usual, thank you for watching.